Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Mel, and today on the table I'm going to be painting some more minis. Today I'm going to be painting minis from the Massive Darkness 2 box. I'm going to be painting one of the bosses that's inside the box. I have paint streams for characters, I have paint streams for minions and leaders, I have paint streams for the roaming monsters, as well as for the campaign, the campaign box. So if you want to see any of those paint streams, if you haven't seen them, there is links in the description below. You can check those out. Yeah, so today we're going to be painting one of the bosses from the base game of Massive Darkness 2, and I'm super excited. Another big, awesome mini. So I think we'll get down to the table and we will look at what we're painting today. Oh, and Ninja Art, hello, hello. Good evening, Mel. I am painting Roaches from Mice and Mystics. Oh, awesome, awesome. Did you already finish your aftermath? That's awesome. Today, this is what we'll be tackling. This is one of the bosses. Very excited. Nice big mini. When I put it on the stand, it takes up the whole entire screen. I can show you some of the colors that we'll be using in 1 second. But very nice, very detailed. I love the details of the mini. I love the details on the feather, on the outfit, like even the bird, all of it. I love the details on this. It's gonna look awesome playing with this on stream. And I guess just to let you guys know that we will be playing through one of the missions Rob and I will be playing through on Sunday. We'll be playing through just one of the one-off mission from Massive Darkness 2. And then we'll be starting our campaign with Kyle on Monday, where we'll be starting our campaign and seeing how that is going to go. Super excited for those. You can set reminders. Both of them are scheduled on the channel. You can set reminders, and links are also in the description below for that. Hi, Kate. Hello. Hello, everybody that's watching live, everyone watching later. Thank you for hanging out with me while I paint. So this is what we're going to be painting today. I'm going to show you some art for this mini so we can see the colors that we'll be looking at. So this is what he looks like. The only thing I'm not seeing is that gold banner on the mini, but everything else looks the same. So again, it's a lot of whites. We have, again, the red and golds, similar to the colors that we were painting some of the minis in the last stream on Tuesday. So a lot of very similar colors and very cool. So we'll get back to the table and we will start. Actually, I did want to show you one thing. I've been working on something. One of the other minis that I didn't get, one of the minions that I didn't get to paint on stream. Some of them I couldn't paint it on stream because I just don't have time to do them all on stream. But I was working on this fire minion. I'm still working on the set, so I don't have them all done yet. But I just wanted to show you one of them because I didn't get to paint these ones on stream. So again, we kind of use the same fire technique that we used last stream, and then I just used the black speed paint for the insides. And yeah, I think it turned out really cool. I think that is gonna pop on the board. Very cool. I just wanted to show you that one. I do have, on Tuesday, we did have a few things that we still needed to finish. They were very minor that we needed to finish on the other minis that we were working on, the other two roaming monsters. So I do have them to the side. So while he is drying, or while we have certain areas of this mini drying, I'll just pull those on and we can work on those. And really all that was, just to kind of let you know, was we just needed to do these little ribbons or sashes, or I don't even know what you want to call them, little pieces of fabric that are coming down from the belt. I was just going to paint them red. So we'll use a red speed paint on that. We'll do that quickly. And then I'm going to just maybe do something with the sun. Maybe I was thinking maybe the yellow speed paint over it or something, just to kind of pop all these lines out and see if we can make it stand out a little more, as well as wash just over the gold. So just a few touch-ups on this one, and then that one will be done. And then remember, we were working on, if you were watching, we were working on this fire mini, and we pretty much have the whole front side done, minus we just needed to put a little bit of wash in this gold, on the gold areas. And then we had to just do one side. You can see the one side that's not done. So we'll work on that as well while this other mini is drying. So we just have a few small things that we can work on those while our big main attraction mini is drying. Matthew, hello, hello, good evening, good evening. So this is a huge mini, but it does fit on the larger Citadel handle. So that's good. Sorry. Come on. It does. I did test it. There we go. There we go. So I love having one of these big ones just for bosses or bigger minis. And then I have multiple of these little guys for the normal size that come main minis that come in the box. Okay, so for this one, again, he has the gold plating over the face, gold plating armor on the chest and arms. So the only skin that's exposed is just the neck. I think, just kind of looking, and then I think we're going to use that same white that we've been using for a lot of the wings on the wings and on the skirt or sash, or I guess it's a skirt, but kind of toga, I guess. And then we're going to do, again, red on the circle, and this part is red as well. And then we'll do the shield gold, and then we'll try to do a nice wash on that to pick that face out so that we can see that face once we put the paint on it. Yes, this one is a huge mini. This one is huge. Hi, Janet. How are you doing? This one's huge. But we're going to use the speed paints and we're going to see how it looks when we're done. So I think what I'm going to do to start, oh, and then we have the sword is gold, silver with a gold handle as well. And he has gold gladiator sandals on as well. Oh, his leg. I didn't even see his leg is exposed. So maybe we'll do the flesh and the skin first. And for that, we will use the pallid bone, just kind of like a light off-white. It is a little bit, it's not really off-white, but I mean, we only have so many versions of white in the speed paints. But it's almost like a cream color. So, oh, can't see that. Let me pull that on stream. Recenter all my stuff. Okay. So we'll just do any exposed flesh first. We'll start there. And I will start in just this neck area so we can get that to dry before we do the gold. Just so we don't have any kind of running of the two colors as they touch. I want to say I think this is the biggest mini that I've painted. I think it is. You know what, just for some color, we'll throw this one on here, spin it around while we paint this. Yeah, I'm actually excited to paint this one because the details are bigger, right? The bigger the mini, the bigger the details. So it essentially, other than the fact that it takes more paint, hopefully it is easier. Okay, and then we'll just do the leg with the same color. How's everyone's night going so far? Tomorrow's Friday, which is always good. Almost the weekend. We're excited to play Massive Darkness. Rob and I have been kind of dabbling with it in the evenings. Make sure we have a handle on how to play the game, try a few different characters. I don't know if there's any characters that you guys recommend. Okay. That's done. I like how the speed paint picks out all of the muscles in the leg as well. I'm just going to do the toes. And I don't think I'm going to, I don't think I can be as precise and go in between each, maybe I can try. In between each band of the sandal. Maybe I can try to do some. I'm just going to try my best. I'm going to be going over the straps with the gold. We'll just see if it still shows through once we do that. And just do the same on the back. That looks cool, actually, adding that little bit of detail. I like it. All right, let's go on to the gold. I'm gonna want the gold to dry so then I can do a wash over that. And I'm thinking that because this mini is larger, if I do the gold and then I start doing the wings while those are drying, I can do a little bit of wash on this. So it's kind of like I can work in different sections of the mini all at the same time. So for gold, I will use the Greedy Gold Metallic. Okay. And, oh, I didn't say what brush I used last time, sorry, but I'm going to use a size 3 brush for this. And just very quickly before I start, I just want to, I know that I'm going to be doing dry brushing later, so I just want to separate my paper towel. Sorry. Okay. So for gold, we're doing all of the chest plate, the face, the shield, and then this banner up here will be gold as well. Looks like the whole helmet is gold with a red poof on top. Sword is very sharp also. It keeps poking me in the hand. I'm gonna run this along the bottom. I don't think anyone's ever gonna be looking at it from that angle, but just in case. Okay. And then the whole chest plate is all this gold. And I'm trying to put it on a little bit thicker just to save having to do multiple coats. Sometimes I find with gold, it can run thin. In the art, it looks like his hands are fully covered in this gold, but then looking at the model, it looks like the hands after the knuckles are exposed, the fingers are exposed. So I'm going to do that just because I think it'll look better, because the mini doesn't look like it has like a glove over the hands or, oops, gold plated. Flicking paint. Paint inside there. Oop. I do want a plan to post on like socials some of these painted minis. So if you haven't seen other ones, other videos, Rob and I plan to post them on like Instagram and stuff, and I will be posting them in the Discord as well. Links to socials are down in the description if anyone isn't following on those. But I do want to start posting more like painted minis and photos as I paint these cool minis. And try to get inside here without getting on the wings, since those are going to be painted white with the speed paint or like a light gray. Oh. I'll fix any mistakes that I have with the matte white so that once the gold dries. Okay, so that's the gold-plated armor on his body. And then I'm just going to do the handle of the sword. Okay. I'm gonna do this part in the gold as well, or at least this piece. Okay. Oh, and then we'll do the gladiator, but I'm going to get a smaller brush for that so I can try to be a little bit more detailed on that section. So this is a 2-0 brush, so it's nice and small so that hopefully I can just do these lines without covering up the skin, so it looks like we still have that. You can still hopefully see the gold in the skin. I don't know. I may not be able to see it in everyone. Things are shaking as I do that. Okay, I think we can still see. Yeah, that's awesome. We can still see the skin through the sandal. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side. Carefully and try not to shake. Okay, and then just on the same on the back. Okay. Tara, good evening. Hello, hello. How are you doing? All right, so we did the sandal. I will take some matte white and just fill in those corners where I touched, but I'll just let that dry a little bit. And then the only other thing we need to do is the shield is also gold. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get a bigger brush, but I will just use up this paint that I just put on this brush first. So we'll go back to the 3 brush. I think once we put a wash over this, that'll bring out all these lines and the face in the shield. If we need to do a second coat on the shield, that's fine, because kind of like a focal point, like it's a big piece of the mini, so I will do a second coat if needed. There says, I'm well, thanks. That's a huge mini to paint. Yeah, I think I think this is the biggest mini that I've painted ever. I'm not sure though. I'm trying to think if I've painted anything bigger, but I don't think so. But I like painting the bigger minis. The details are bigger. Like I can't even imagine trying to paint in between each strap of the sandal on a mini that's the size of this guy. Like I don't think I could do it. Or if I did, I don't think it would be done very well. So I do like painting big minis or bigger minis, just from the experience I have of painting like this size mini or even like this size mini. And this guy's very similar in how we'll paint him. So I didn't know that at the time of picking the minis that I was going to paint on stream. I'd be curious, anybody watching now or anybody watching later in the comments, let me know. Has anybody ever painted one of those big, massive, like baby size minis that you can get, you know, like that Cthulhu thing, or I don't know if there's other ones out there. I'd be so curious if someone actually sat down and painted one of those. It would probably take hours. Okay. You can do the underside gold, but I'll do the straps that he's kind of holding the shield with. I'm going to do those brown. And I'm also seeing that he has his arm, which is the same gold, so I should probably do that also now. Can't see it from back there, so that's fine. Again, I'll do the fingers the same tone that we did the neck in a second. Oh, I can go from this way. I was going to try to like squeeze the paintbrush in the other way. This will be less messy. Okay. All right. I'm going to use that same pallid bone on just the fingers on both hands, and then I'll clean up anywhere where I got gold that we're going to paint white. I'm just going to take the matte white and I'm just going to clean up like some spots in the wings there. And I think there was a few other ones that I saw like this, because I'm going to paint this with the speed paint as well. So I'm just going to, oh, I can't open that. I'm just going to dot that on there to try to bring it back to primer color, which again, I don't think I said, sorry, that these were primed in matte white Army Painter primer. I can use a small brush so I can get into some of these smaller areas. Okay. I'll just dab this anywhere that I touched gold where I don't want it. Okay. Oh, I also forgot, sorry, I forgot just this banner. Up here is also gold. Cool, this banner. It's gonna be hard to get back in here, but I'm just gonna do the best I can. Again, you can't see it, so. And the same on this side. So that's our gold for this mini. Okay. There's also this little crown in the center is gold, but I'll do that after I paint those red. Okay. We will go with, I think we'll go with the wings and his toga next. For that, I'm going to use Holy White. It's the same color that we used on this mini. So it, again, doesn't dry white. It's kind of gray. I'm going to possibly do a dry brush on these two to lighten them a little bit, but I just like this. Well, I need quite a bit. I like this color in the speed paint because yes, it's not white, but it does still bring out the details of the feathers and all the creases without without having to paint white. And then I haven't found anything that like a wash that can go over white that doesn't like make it look a little dingy, or I don't know. I haven't found one that I like to go over top of white. So I like this as my go-to. So So this is going to go on the wings as well as the bird here. We'll just slap this all over. Victor, hello. Washes make white look dirty. I agree. That's why I like this. So this is not white, but it still gives that same effect. And then I can do a little bit of a dry brush to lighten it up. Because yeah, I haven't found anything that works. Yeah, it just makes it look dirty or dingy. Yeah, I agree. Locator, how are you doing today? Yeah, I'd rather have a little bit more of a gray toned, a gray toned wing or outfit or whatever the case may be, versus having it white and either looking unfinished, like, because I could paint it white, it's going to look exactly the same as this, but it's not going to have all the details. I guess you could maybe try to dry brush them out, but I definitely like the look of this better. Okay, one wing done. Fix that after. Maybe your stars are Ragnos for a marathon weekend painting session. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How many minis are in that game? Is there a lot? I don't know. Locator, you paint fast though, right? Okay, let's do this side now. There's gonna be probably the most boring part of just painting the same color on different things. Locator, yeah, Matthew has a great question. Are you gonna be live streaming any of your painting? I don't know, do you do that, Locator? Do you paint on stream ever? I would definitely watch to take notes. Oh, quite a few. And you can, but it depends on how much detail. That's true. I guess that's, yeah, that's any game, right? I guess it depends on how many sessions are you going to play? Or how many other games are in your backlog to paint? That's kind of another thing. Or how fast do you want to get it to your table? Those are kind of the questions that I ask myself. All right, so that's the front side of the wings done. Flip to the back. Back is easier because there's less things that we're going to hit. Locator says, might stream some. Locator, if you do, I would watch that. That's awesome. You are a very good painter. I remember when I saw you posted I think it was the Town Folk Tussle game, those minis that you painted. And they looked like plastic toys that you would buy for your kids. They were so good. They were so good. Like, you know, like those like Fisher Price or something, like a set of toys. You did such a good job on those. Oh, I didn't even see that. Locator says, I did a stream with Barrett from Meet Me at the Table in One Stop Co-op Shop about a month and a half ago. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'll have to go back and find that. I didn't see that. I'll check that out tomorrow on my lunch. Yeah, I'm with Matthew. Matthew says, schedule and let us know when we will be there with our notebooks, taking notes, or ready to take notes. So I guess we'll be looking forward to seeing some minis after your painting marathon in the Discord. Which I need to get better at doing as well. I barely ever post pictures of minis in there. I need to get better at it. Rob and I were talking, saying we need to start posting pictures of some of these minis on different social media stuff. So I will start posting them in Discord. Matthew, I forget, do you paint minis as well? Or you were, I think you were just getting into it, right? Oh, he was doing a Painting with Pals series on his channel, and I was the first victim. It was fun. Oh, that's awesome. And then what did you guys do? Did you guys just paint the same, like the same mini, all three of you? Or like, how did you set that up? I mean, I'm going to go watch it, but I guess spoilers if you don't want to say. But yeah, that'd be cool. Like, I wonder, like painting the same game, or was everyone just kind of painting whatever they were working on at the time? Okay, gonna add some more and use this color for his toga as well. So okay, you're painting different stuff, chatting tips and tricks about painting. Oh, that's awesome. Good. I will watch tomorrow and I will take my notes. All right, so those are the wings done now. And I guess there's a crane on the top. Did I do? Oh, I might as well do the bird at the top as well. I'm a beginner big time, but I watched almost 20 hours of tutorials on YouTube and then spent around $200 on supplies to make sure I started on the right foot. The scariest thing is just starting. 100%. Okay, we did the same thing. I like watched a whole bunch of tutorials. You hear what they say you need. You kind of take a little bit from all over the internet, right, on like what people say. Like, okay, buy some brushes, buy some paints, buy some primer. Some people buy an airbrush or yeah, and you're good to go. But then it's like, oh, I have to, what game am I painting? Yeah, that's, I think we were talking about in the last one about what paints did I start with. And I started with, Rob also said that the link is in the description below for the set that I purchased. But it was probably definitely overkill because in my head I was like, I want washes, I want variety of colors. So I think I bought something that had like 50 colors in it. And we were like, hopefully I enjoy doing this or else this is going to be a huge waste. But I do, so it's okay. I didn't waste it, but. And then now every time we go into a game store, it's like the Rob kind of like goes this way towards all the games. And then I'm like, okay, I'll meet you over here. I'm in the paint section. Looks like he has a little bit of call it a shorts that are peeking out that are on the image are red. So I will do them the same color red that I'm going to do this in. It's just for that. Oma says, but it really makes me feel proud of myself when you finish the mini and you surprise yourself. Exactly. Or you know what the best feeling is when you paint a mini and maybe you're even like, it's okay, right? Maybe it's not, you're not like, wow, that's awesome. But then someone else picks up the mini and they're looking at it and they're like, that's awesome. You know, that feeling is so good. And Locator has a tip too and says, best advice for starting technique is to put a base coat, put on a wash, and learn dry brushing. And that's exactly what I did, and I kind of still do even to this day. I've watched other videos, and I'd like to start dabbling in it with the people that actually don't use any washes and they just use almost like glazing and building up the highlights by themselves. It takes a long time. So I don't know that I'm going to do that for a game that has like 100 minis in it. Because a lot of times they use that for like display models and stuff. But 100%, looks right, I 100% agree that you just put a base coat on, give it a little bit of a wash so that you can pull some details out, or use the speed paints, and then maybe a little bit of dry brush and you're good to go. The other good feeling too, Matthew, that I think is when you finish a whole game. Like once a whole game is painted and you're like putting them nicely in all their little slots in their tray and you have like your whole tray and you're like, I painted that. And it just looks so awesome. Oh, you posted some of the novice work in the Discord. Okay, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I couldn't remember if you had, I knew you were newer, but I couldn't remember if you'd started yet or not. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, Locator, I agree with that too. You will always be your worst critic. Sometimes I look at things and I'm like, ooh. But then when we hold it up to the camera, you guys are like, oh, that looks nice. Maybe you guys are just, you know, saying it to make me feel better. Or Rob will be like, oh, that looks really good. And I'm like, okay, maybe it does look okay. But again, I just really want to make them like table ready so that on the table when we're playing from far away, it looks neat. Like we just finished Star Wars Imperial Assault, and playing with those minis painted just added another level to it. It was so awesome. Even for this game, I think it'll do the same thing, right? Another like generic dice chucker, but then when you have painted minis on the table, it just looks cool. Feels like I've been painting this color forever. I've only finished painting Stuffed Fables and Shadows of Brimstone. Okay. The cut and glue was a pain. Okay. But rewarding when completed. For sure, for sure. I have not painted either of those games. Oh, Locatorial Funny says, I almost gave Genji a heart attack the other day when he was playing Stars of Arachnos. I told him the enemy wasn't dead yet and he was trying to figure out why. He didn't read the rest of the message that said unpainted minis get +5 HP. That's awesome. So they're harder to kill. That's awesome. Whoop. They used the same toga or dress like for these minis and a couple of the other ones from the campaign expansion, the Heavenfall expansion, they use the same dress. And then even in the campaign box, or these guys, they did like toga style. And then in the campaign box, they did another enemy that's wearing like a similar outfit. That one I painted kind of bluish, so it's different. Oh, now you're working on Familiar Tales. Nice. Nice. I think those are similar to the minis that are in like the Aftermath. I've never played either of those games, the Stuffed Fables or Familiar Tales. Oh, and you're using speed paints. Awesome. Do you like them? That's awesome. I enjoy painting animals. Okay, we just got this little bit left. And then we'll take a peek and make sure that I got everywhere. Sometimes it's hard to see because it's kind of just like an off-white if I missed anywhere. So I'll rotate it around a couple different ways. Okay. I'm just going to rotate it around a couple different ways, see if I missed anything. Sometimes I notice as areas dry with the speed paints, like you can see like here where you can just see the white spot or a couple white spots here or underneath the wing. So I'll just touch all those kind of areas up. So we might find a couple more of them on the outfit area, and I will fix them after it dries if I notice anything. Okay, I think we got all of them for now. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, you said you love them, but they're making you a lazy painter. That's fine. That's fine. If it speeds up the paint job, it's fine. Okay, I think next I'm going to do the red, which will be these 3 areas, and then that little spot that's peeking out of the shorts. And for that, I'm going to use blood red. Kate says, I'm organizing my Arkham Horror cards since I finally got my hands on the rest of the cards. 3 investigator boxes and 1 campaign. Watching Mel paint is relaxing. Oh, I appreciate that, Kate. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I love that you guys are hanging out with me while I'm doing this. Thank you. And we can just kind of like chit-chat and paint. Matthew, thank you, thank you. Yep. We're all relaxing to Mel's painting. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go with, we're going to go with a bigger brush for these 2 areas. We'll go with a smaller one when we get down to the shorts. I'm going to paint this crown in gold. So if I get a little bit of the red paint on, it's fine because that'll cover up, no problem. Oh, Janet says, I agree, Kate. I'm sleeving my Marvel Dice Throne while watching. Very chill. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes I get worried, like, is it too silent? Am I talking enough? Am I talking too much? Like, I don't know. Just gonna go carefully around the bird face. Does anyone that has the speed paints and use speed paints, does any of you find that some of them smell funny? Not bad, just different than the war paints? Oh, Matthew, you're drinking while watching. Very chill. Awesome, awesome. What are you drinking tonight? Are you having beer? Tequila? What kind of night is it? I guess you have, maybe you have to get to work tomorrow, so maybe it's not a tequila night. Got a little bit of this red on the beak of the bird, but I'll try to fix that later. Breaking out the hard liquor on a Thursday. Not me. Not me. I have to work tomorrow. Oh, see, Matthew's bringing out the hard liquor, beer and tequila because I work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. That's awesome. That's awesome. I work from home every day and I still don't want to drink hard liquor and then go to work the next day. But that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm still one of the lucky ones. I still get to work from home every day. James, hello. Oh, you're working while watching? That's awesome. He says tequila always gives me a hangover, so I reserve that for when I don't have to work the next day. I mean, that's good. I feel like I haven't had tequila since my brother's Stag and Doe, and he's been married for like 8 years. So I don't know. I don't really drink tequila. Like now, my drink of choice would be a glass of wine, white wine. Or I do like those, you know, like drinks in a can, like those like White Claws or Mike's Hards or Smirnoff Ice or like any of those kind. I like those as well. So I would probably agree tequila would probably give me a headache as well or a hangover the next day. Oh, when you drink expensive tequila, it's not, the hangover's not as bad? Oh, I guess it's, Matthew, what is your recommended tequila? Circato, hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. We're just talking about everyone's drink of choice. If you partake. White Claw is good. My drink of choice is Crown Royal whiskey. Okay. Okay. My drink of choice, like if I'm buying alcohol like at our local liquor store, I will buy just like wine or, like I said, one of those drinks. But any kind of like whiskey sour or amaretto sour are my drink of choice. Like if I go out somewhere and I purchase like a drink made for me, that's the best. Anything sour, amaretto sour, whiskey sour, those are good. You drink 1800. Okay. Oh, Staccato studying for a work exam. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully that goes well for you. When is the exam? Is it coming up? Do you have a lot of time still to study, or? You're studying for a medical insurance seller license. Oh, awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, good luck with that. That's awesome. Let us know how that goes when you pass, because you will pass. Like Midori sour. I've never heard of that locator. Okay. I like anything sour, so I will try. Well, I probably won't remember after the stream, but okay. Sorry, I'm trying to go I ruined a little bit of the tips, but I will fix that, I think. Trying to kind of go carefully around the edges. Okay, and then the back. Oh yeah, I guess that's a good question Matthew has for locator. Is that the name of a drink or the name of a liquor? Yeah, I've never heard of that either. Oh, Staccato says, also, when I was playing on bands, I used to drink a lot, but now I've been sober for 12 years. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Used to play in the band. That's awesome. What did you do in the band? Were you an instrument player, a vocalist? What were you in a band? It's fascinating. I also do like these streams because I feel like we can chat more personally about you guys as well, right? Like there's that more of that bonding than when we're playing a game. Like we can't have a full conversation about like liquor or what you do, what test or exam you're having or what band you played in, you know, like we can't do all that when we're playing a game, but when we're just hanging out live painting, we can do that. And I like that. Oh, it's a melon liqueur, or liquor, sorry. The sour is a drink. Okay. I wonder if we have that. Melon liquor. Playing a heavy metal band. That's exciting. That's exciting. The most instrumental or musical I've ever been is a rock band. I have no music talent whatsoever. But I can play rock band. Also, I decided to save some to get the game for my birthday next month with the Heaven Falls expansion plus the upgrade pack. I'm going to paint my Massive Darkness 1 copy. That's awesome. That's awesome. Because are you done Descent? Legend of the Dark? Or are you still... You're done that one, right? Okay, now we're just going to do the little poofy thing on his head. Matthew says, I went 30 days on purpose, but congrats on 12 years. Yeah, that's amazing. That's very good. Matthew, what'd you go 30 days for? Just for yourself or to see if you could? Or was it for some sort of challenge for a month? Oh, I love Rock Band. I love Rock Band. So fun. I mean, we haven't played for years, but that's only music I've ever been good at. Mainly because I have okay hand-eye coordination. So I'm decent at it. Oh, the other one I love is Beat Saber on the Oculus. I love that. I play that for hours. All right, just have to do the back side of this hoof on his head. All right. Okay, I don't think I have. I'm just gonna take that same holy white that I already have. I think it'll be okay to just kind of touch up. I don't even have any left. Nope. So let's grab a little bit. Just a couple spots. I don't even know if that will work, but okay. Sean, hi, how are you doing? Painting Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. Oh, and you're having a beer. Nice, 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 nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, I'm just gonna do a little bit of gold in that little crown there as well. I don't think I have any gold left on my palette, so we'll get that out. Oh, Lothar says you ordered it at a bar one time, and the bartender looked at me and said, okay, that's your girlfriend. Now what do you want? That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't think there should be any kind of gender-specific drinks. Like, drinks are drinks, and you drink what you like. Doesn't matter. Yes, Matthew, that's a good, yeah, you say just a check. Thank you. And maybe not a very good tip. Oh, okay. Matthew says, I was just trying to prove to myself that I could do it. I got my AA 30-day chip and never looked back. Awesome. Okay. That's fair. I have definitely gone longer than 30 days. Like, we don't normally drink very much. Like around the holidays, we'll have a few drinks. Like for streams and fun stuff like that, but like normally we go for a while without drinking. Even if we go out, we don't really drink. Oh, I forgot to do the red on the shorts. So sorry, let me just fix that. We're having fun chatting. I'm forgetting what I was doing. Okay. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of this holy white just around the leg to fix that up a bit. Okay. Going to use Shining Silver on the blade of the sword. Yeah, the 15K stream was festive though. Yeah, that was, we were just like having a few drinks and chatting with you guys. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. But see, that's like where we purposely will go out of our way to purchase like a few drinks. But normally, like just on a weekend, we won't. We don't. Whoops, that's not enough. We don't really drink. Like social situations, which I guess we could say like that stream was, and like holidays and things like that, maybe. But that stream was fun though. That 15K celebration. That was fun. Don't have enough. Okay. And then the only other thing I have to do before we let this dry and do some washing and dry brush on it is just inside the handles. I'm just going to use a brown for that. And I'm just going to use, because I have to go over somewhere I got gold on the actual handle. So I'm just going to use actually, what's wobbling? This dark stone, which is like a very, very dark brown, and it'll cover any mistakes that I made on the gold. If I try to use a speed paint on that, it might look a little funny because it's going to be white in some spots and then going over gold in other spots. So I'm just going to use a little tiny bit of this and just trace those lines. I got a clog. There we go. Okay, this one has a clog in it. We're going to go to our next. We're going to go to oak brown instead. Ignore what I said. Have you or Rob thought about doing other celebration streams on holidays or birthdays? I know you have a life beyond us. Do we though? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. We don't do birthday streams, that's for sure. You guys don't know when our birthdays are. That's on purpose. Holidays, I think we've done some, like we did a New Year's stream. That was fun. We usually do a Q&A, like just a kind of chill stream around Christmas. Not necessarily on Christmas because we do family stuff that day. Trying to think if there's other holidays. We do try to do like not big holidays, but just, you know, like stat holidays. We will try to stream on those if we're available because usually I'm off. So it's like it's an extra day that we can be streaming something if we're streaming a campaign or whatever. But we don't do birthday celebrations, no. Rob's not really like a birthday celebrator. I think he talked about that in the 15K. The 15K stream, like even just celebrating that was a lot. Doesn't like that. But it was a lot of fun. So I think we would do one maybe like for 20K if we ever get that far. But never say never, I guess. Because we've said no to things before, and then eventually, if it's asked enough. Oh, a birthday stream doesn't have to be on the actual day. I know, but he doesn't love celebrating his birthday. So I don't know. Okay. So far, trying to get him all in the shot. There we go. So far, he's all good. At least base coated. We can say that. Base coated. Oh, I forgot something. Whenever I hold it up to the camera like that, I can see where I missed. Okay. Where was I? Don't mind that behind the poof. You can see it's a little bit white. I can't get back there. Oh, there's another little spot I missed there. Where's that? Right here. Okay, and then Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and then one more spot there that I'm seeing. Holding this up to the camera is awesome. You can see things I don't see with my eyes. We'll let him dry. We're going to do a wash on all of the gold, the silvers, and we're going to try to like pop some of this out. We'll try to do a little bit of dry brush on the wings, lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to add him here. And then before I work on this guy, I don't know if they can both fit on here. We'll try. Try like that. I just want to do, because I already have the red that I want to use, I just want to do all these like straps in red and then do a yellow wash on this one. So we'll just work on this one very quickly, because then we can start working on some of that fire on that one side that we didn't. All right, so I'm going to use that same blood red that I already have in my palette. And I'm going to just take a smaller brush. So just again, the 2-0 brush. And I'm just going to do these ones in red. I'm going to go around this spear. I'm just trying as gently as I can to move the spear out of the way without breaking it. A lot more tedious than I thought this was going to be. If you like a fun beer and pretzels game about bartending, there's a game called On the Rocks. It is like an adult potion explosion. It's fun to have drinks and play the game of bartending. Oh, that's fun. I've never heard of that one, but I've heard of potion explosion. There any games that are you guys are excited to paint when they come in? Oh, it was husband and wife, developer and publisher. Their first game they kickstarted. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Oathsworn, yes. Loktor, yes. I cannot wait for that. You don't have it yet, right? Oh, is that why? I see. Is that why you're having your binge painting weekend, your marathon painting weekend? Because you need to clear your plate, right? So that you can paint Oathsworn when it comes? You're starting to paint Ankh, says James. Nice, nice. Oh, and then Jared says, oh, by the way, it was great to see Too Many Bones back on the table. That was fun. We talked about at the very end just how much fun it was to like bring it back. It brought back like all the feels of playing Too Many Bones again. Can't wait for all the expansion stuff now to come just to play it again. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Sean says Frosthaven. Same. I'm excited for Frosthaven as well. Hopefully that comes this year. Yeah, I'm excited for that one as well. Speaking of Frosthaven, is anybody going to purchase the miniature or get in on that miniature backer kit thing they're doing? The 500 minis. Could you imagine painting 500 minis for a game? Oh, look. Yeah, look, you're right. Says, I think to fully clear my plate, would be a marathon year. Yep, I agree for sure, for sure. But I just mean like what you're kind of working on, what's in like your priority queue, I guess. Like, I don't know. Because that's what I'm kind of thinking. Like, I want to hopefully be done whatever I'm doing when that comes, so it can just slot right in and nothing is getting pushed back or nothing's like half painted to the side. Marathon year, that'd be fun. Take a year to just paint all your games. Ouch, the spear is poking me. That would be fun. I wonder if you'd be sick of it after that. If you'd be like, I don't want to paint anymore. Okay. We have done the red straps. Okay. Next, I'm just going to do a yellow wash over this yellow that we have just to kind of see if it brings out some of these lines. Like there's some lines in this, in the sun. So I just want to see if that'll bring that out a little bit if I use a yellow wash. If I can find it. Oops. Oh, here we go. Zealot yellow we're going to use. Sean says this question is so off topic and probably weird, but who is taller, Rob or Kyle? Great stream with won't spoil anything. Thank you for getting that one done. Oh, no worries, no worries. Who's tall? I think they're very, very, very similar. I don't know. I think they're very similar. Like they're probably, it's minuscule of a difference, I think. But I've never seen them like stand like very, very close, like back to back to know. But maybe we can have that answer for you on Monday, Sean. Feel free to ask weird off-topic questions. It's fine. We're just painting. Okay, so we're just going to use that Zealot yellow, and I'm just going to go over this, and we'll see what happens when it dries. I want to get stars done so I can start filming without a 5 HP penalty for the enemies. Exactly. And yes, to make room for Oathsworn and more KDM. Oh, okay, okay. You don't actually play with that penalty too, right? Or do you? You're just joking, right? That is hilarious though. We'll see what this does when it dries. It looks like it's filling in the lines. So that's good. All right. Okay. I like that. Okay, next I'm going to take a dark tone wash. This is the dark tone wash, and I'm going to put that over all of the gold. Oh, you don't actually do it. Okay. Yeah, because if you give Kianji a hard time, then he's going to come back into your videos and he's going to give you a hard time. Look, are you picking all the minis in KDM? Is that not a lot? I don't know actually how many it actually is, but I just feel like it sounds like a lot. All right, I'm just going to put this on all of the gold. Push this over the silver as well, that's fine. Okay. I actually think just adding that wash over the sun and adding the wash over the gold, it like pops that face out of the center and the details that's on the chest area. I'm going to just quickly do the tip of the spear as well. I didn't see that. Okay. So he is done, unless I want to do a dry brush, but I'm thinking I actually don't. Actually, I think I like it. Let's see. So we'll bring back our main boss, put him here. Grab our bigger holder. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put that same, oh, keeps clipping on there. The same dark tone. Oh my goodness. There we go. That same dark tone I'm going to put on all of the gold as well on this one. Oh no, they're connecting. Okay. I'm gonna soak up a little bit of this along the bottom. Base game of KDM is not too bad, but the KDM line has a ton of minis. And the new one, and new ones all the time. Okay, not all are for the game. Okay. Here comes Smell Magic. No. No, this is the washes. They do the magic for us. Yep, I love washes. I just recently, I was talking about the beginning of the very first, I think, Massive Darkness stream, I purchased a wash set. So I had green, red, purple, blue, a military color, and then a whole bunch of different shades of brown wash. Brown, and then the dark wash, because I love washes. Makes the job easier. Too many minis to paint, not enough time. Bring this under. I can't really see, but just so that it still has the same look. Okay, and I'm gonna do this on the face, and hopefully this brings out some of the detail. I can see like little buttons and lines on the helmet. So hopefully this will bring it out. Okay, and then I'm afraid to do it on the sandal, but I think I'm gonna do, only because I'm afraid for it to fill in like all these gaps, and I don't want that. So I think I'm just gonna do like down the front a little bit. Yeah. And then like very, very light, I'll just kind of like push it to the sides, because I don't want it to fill in all of that where the skin is exposed. And so doing more of a controlled wash in here. So it's more like that, just so that we can still see the skin between the straps. Lopator says, here is a weird tip. Highlighting gold with silver looks nice, with like a very light dry brush of silver after the black wash dries, or edge highlight if you want to take the time. Oh, okay. I can try that. For these ones, we're not doing like edge highlighting and all of that, because again, we're not taking the time to do that for this game. But I will definitely try that in the future. But I'll try the wash of silver, like especially over areas like the armor and stuff. Yeah, I can do that. I like that tip. Thank you. Okay. And now I don't want to, I like the look of it. I don't think I want to wash this part. It's solid anyways. Maybe I'll just put like a little bit of wash in like all the corners, but I don't want to wash it. I think I like the look of it as is. Like I can put just like a little bit in the edges, but I don't want to wash the whole thing. It's a flat surface anyways. Oh, Sean agrees with that tip. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try that. All right. So again, he's done. We've put all of the wash on. So we'll try that tip. I'm just gonna soak up some of this extra that's here. Like a lot pooling. Where we'll use a little bit of silver of a dry brush on the gold. But we're gonna let him dry again. Okay, and we're gonna bring back our fire friend. Okay, see how we can do this. Okay. Painted these bases and then realized I'm gonna have to be putting them back on handles, so I might have to touch those up later, another day. Lothar, yes, very, very true. That's a very good point. Says I usually only do the more time-consuming stuff on heroes, not enemies that spend less time on the board. Yeah, that's very true. And the other thing too is if I know what heroes in advance we're going to choose, I can then spend even more time on those ones. Because those are the ones we might play through a whole campaign with, and then the other ones I can be a little less detail focused. But I do agree with that. I usually spend a lot more time. As you can see, when I did my stream on the characters, I spent a lot more time. I was super detailed, or trying to be a little more detailed. I was still trying to be quick, but I was a little more detailed. Okay, so again we have, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do the wash on the gold while I have him here first. So then that can dry while we're doing the fire on the back. And then he has a gold-plated face as well, so hopefully this will help pick out some of those details. Okay. Do the blade, or the handle. Oh, I'll do the blade as well, just not the fire spot. And I'll just do the handles that are here. Matthew, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, Mel, but for this, sorry, blah, blah, blah. Start again. Sorry, Mel, but this one is for everyone here. I'm proud to be part of such a wonderful community. Cheers to us all. Matthew, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I am so happy to be part of this community as well. This is an amazing group of people. Thank you, thank you. All right, and then just a blade. Yeah, this community is an amazing group of people. I'm so happy to be part of it. You guys make playing games fun, painting fun, unboxings for Rob are fun. Oh, James says, oh, James, oh, you know what? I don't think I ever showed it on stream. James says, how's your magnifier fund going? We purchased a magnifier and I don't use it down here. I think I don't think I need it down here. I think with all the lights and all that, and I magnify things on the screen that I have here as well. But I do have it upstairs. I don't remember I just got one off of Amazon. It does like 5 times magnifying. It has the different lights. It has the yellow light and then the white light. It has the LED light, so it's not too hot. Trying to think of what else it has. But I love it. I love it. It is so helpful, like doing straps and like facial details. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's amazing. At Mel's painting table, love it, love it. I saw someone mention Osworn. Did you back it, and are you ready to paint it? We did, and yes. So we did back it. Yes, we're waiting for that notification, just like everyone else, that it's being shipped, and I am painting it. And I already am planning to do some paint streams. 100% for the characters. And I think there's a few minis that are already known minis. Like there's like one tray, one scene. And then I know that I won't say anything, but I know the first boss or the first like encounter that you deal with, I think it's very commonly known what it is. Maybe that one as well on stream. I don't know. And then maybe I just put spoiler of like, 'cause it is in a box. And then from there, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing. If I'm going to do, I'm not really sure. We're still kind of figuring out how that's going to work for the rest of because the minis are like, it's very spoilery, right? Each of the boxes. So we might do something where if I do paint them on stream, it would say like specifically which one it is so that everybody knows ahead of time if they don't want to be spoiled. But I am going to paint it. We did get it. I'm so excited. Anthony, thank you for asking. The hype is real on that one. I'm so excited. I'm even checking updates on the Kickstarter page, like comments of people in the Facebook group, like trying to figure out when it is arriving to people in Canada so I can plan around it. Yeah, I cannot wait for that game. I'm so excited. I'm very excited. Okay, we have our messy wet palette. I've been using it a little bit for other things. As I said, I was painting a few of these guys. Oh, he's already on it. A few of these guys in my spare time. So I was using some of my fire mess that I have in my wet palette here. So we're kind of just going to continue. So again, he's pretty much done as well, except for, as we can see clearly where we've stopped. So I'm going to start working on that side again. So I'm going to start by adding red to this side, and then I'm going to start blending the red into the orange and the yellow into the orange, and yeah. Hopefully you have enough paint. There seems to be a lot of minis. Yeah, I think did I read this? Like 100? And you're looking forward to our playthroughs. Yes, I'm looking forward to our playthroughs. So I have to paint super fast. So like as soon as it comes, I have to paint so fast. Like maybe like all-nighter or something. But enough paint, I think so. I have not been spoiled on what's in boxes, except for that first, like the initial, I guess, like demo boss or the first initial boss that you fight. That's the only one I know. So I don't even know what colors I need, but I think for the majority, I think I can use some speed paints and some basic paints. And if there's something that we need, then I will run and grab it and make sure we are ready to paint it. I cannot wait. So in my palette, again, this was from our last paint stream and a little bit from the other day that I was doing. I have Dragon Red. I have Moon Dust, which is like yellow, and Lava Orange. Those are the 3 colors that I have as my base colors. And then I have mixes of them all kind of going on here in different variations to work on blending. And I think I have still all 3 of those that are still wet. So I'm just going to start by putting some red along the ends of this side so then I can blend that in. Anthony, I'm assuming you backed it as well. I think the tabletop community as a whole is very excited for this game, and I hope it lives up to the hype. I also have some vacation from work that is up in the air. So I'm also hoping that if we get a notification, I can kind of plan some vacation around that as well to get some painting done, get playthrough done. Oh, Kate says, I'm looking forward to the playthroughs. I'm on notice for when the second Kickstarter starts. I heard that they are going to do a second one pretty soon, right? After the fulfillment of the first wave. I thought I heard that. Okay. So I just kind of added some reds to each of the tips, and now I'm going to blend that red. Oh, I don't want to use this. What am I doing? That's going to be my dry brush one. I have some orange and red mix here, so I'm just going to kind of mix those together and kind of blend it in to each other. And again, I just work at this until it's kind of the look I'm going for. And it doesn't have to be perfect because fire's not really perfect. So you can see like some of this is not perfect. I think I have to fix like this little part though. It kind of just looks like I stopped there. And I'm just mixing this all the way down. But I'm trying to leave the tips. I'm not touching those so that they're super bright. And then what I want to do, Locator also mentioned in the last one, is I just want to use a wash, I think. I think I'm just going to use a wash to do it and just put a little wash on the edges and like maybe like the highest points of the fire to darken it. Hey, now you said you're looking forward to playthroughs. Will you only watch the first, like maybe like demo and maybe scenario 1 just to not save yourself from spoilers? Or will you forget, do you think? Larry, hello, says, just wanted to drop in and say hi. We'll watch later. It looks great. Thanks so much, Larry. Thank you, thank you. Have a good night. Matthew says, I love your firework because I'm not perfect too. Exactly, exactly. Oh, dry brush would be better. A wash may leave a line. Okay, Locator. And now what color would you dry brush? Like a black? Red with a little bit of black in it? So it's a very, very dark, almost like a burnt color. What color, or would, yeah. Okay, and now I'm just gonna kind of mix in that yellow to the orange. You watch at least the beginning. And probably more because I'll forget. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Oh, Anthony says, nope, I'll watch it all. I didn't back Osborne. I don't mind spoilers. Awesome. Okay. I would forget as well. I already forget. Like we play games and then the next week we'll kind of be like, okay, what's happening in the game that we're currently playing? And I'm like, I don't remember. I don't remember because we're playing multiple games. I working, I'm doing school, and then I'm watching like TV or movies on the side. I'm like, I don't remember what's happening in the game we're playing. I forget. Dark gray or black. Just start really light. It simulates where the fire turns to smoke. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I have a this one here. It's Necromancer's Cloak. It's very, very dark gray, so maybe I'll use that one. Matthew, Kate, I just walk out when I watch. LOL. And it's brand new every time. That's funny. That's funny. Mix a little more yellow into this part here. Getting there. All right. Okay, I like that. I'll keep going down. We're getting there. I feel like this is the longest part. It's like playing with this fire. I'm trying to blend this yellow into this orange here. So we didn't see that line that was there. And I'm just taking some, so I'm putting the paint in, mixing it, and then I'm just taking some, putting it off to the side, like on the napkin, so that it can kind of blend a little bit the color on the paint with what's already wet on the palette or on the mini. All right, and then I just kind of clean it up so that it doesn't look like a straight line. Okay. Whoop. Okay. And I think we just have to do just this spot and then anywhere else that we just kind of want to fix up. Adam says, I'm horrible at blending. I think I am too, but I think you just got to keep kind of playing with it and eventually it'll, like, I don't know. I think it's okay, but there's still some spots that kind of jar my eyes where it doesn't look like it's smooth. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sure it's better than you think, Adam. But you could probably spend hours and hours trying to blend. But I'm trying to practice my fire for sure. I want to get better at it. Seems that there's a lot of minis that have fire or incorporating fire in some form when you play fantasy games. So I gotta practice. Also, hi Adam, how you doing? Matthew said, I just tried to explain wet paint blending to my wife, and she said, oh, it's like coloring my hair. Yeah, this is the perfect model to practice on, I know, right? I could play with it forever, but it's definitely, I'm definitely happy with it. I also was practicing with these little guys as well. I'm happier with these guys, I think, because when you look at it in big form, it's easier to see those small like imperfections. But when I was doing with this guy, he's a lot smaller. I was like, okay, I liked it a lot better. I think it's easier when it's smaller. But yeah, lots of practice with fire lately, it feels like. Oh, Sean says, hey, Adam, there's a YouTuber named Vince Venturella, who gives amazing tutorials. No joke. Check him out. I'm going to check him out. That's awesome. That's awesome. I will look into that. Oh, Locator says, Mel, I send you a couple reference photos in Discord to see how the dark color in the tips works. Okay, thanks. I will look at that before I start that. I have my phone here. He has wet blending video. Oh, okay, okay. Greg, hi. Jumping in late. No problem, no problem. Happy you're here. Greg, how you feeling after you watched last week and you were thinking about getting into painting? Now that you've slept on it, how are you feeling? You still want to get into it? Oh, he started to create a wish list. Awesome. Oh, he went on Amazon today. That's awesome. Awesome. Adam says, I was able to order the Speed Paint Mega Set. They just got them back in stock. That is awesome. That's so good. Yeah, they sold out very quickly. So I'm glad you are now able to get some. Like I could play with some of it forever, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I'm just gonna fix this because this to me just looks like I may have either missed it or I don't know what I was thinking. Like, it just doesn't look natural. Like I gotta pull it out more or something. Just looks weird. All right, just kind of pulled it out weird. Just made it so like it wasn't like a straight line. Okay. Just gonna add a little bit more yellow now that it's dry. I just want to add a little bit more yellow just to the ends of the fire here. Just at the hottest spots. Okay, just added a little bit more yellow in there now that it's dried. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. We're gonna go back to our main attraction mini, our boss. And I'm gonna do a little bit of the dry brush. So as Locator said that we're gonna try to do a little bit of a silver dry brush over the gold. And I wanna do just a little bit of white or even a light, probably a white, a very, very light dry brush on the wings, just to pop those out a little bit. You know what? I don't think I put a wash on this and I feel like I need to do something with that. I feel like we're done with this for now. Locator says Vince is a great source, has videos called Hobby Cheating that gives great tips. Okay. Also like watching Uncle Atom from Tabletop Minion Stream. I think I've seen his videos. I think. And Adam says, have been experimenting with different ways of priming the minis using the speed paint. Came to the conclusion that for me, priming black and then dry brushing the entire mini with white shows the best results. Yes, that's like the zenithal highlighting. Yes, for sure. And you can do that by priming your mini black and then taking it from wherever your light source angle will be, and then also then priming white over top of that. Very like, you can do that as well instead of dry brushing it if that saves you time. Okay. Let me grab my little palette again. So I'm just taking that dark wash and I just want to go over that blade because I feel like it looks too new. Okay. All right. It's better. Just gonna tidy myself up a little bit before I start dry brushing and have a mess. Okay. So I'm going to try the trick of the silver first. I don't know if this is still even, no. I have a fan that's helping dry some of the minis, so it dries some of my paint faster than normal. So I'm just going to use this shining silver. now. Okay, and I just use makeup brushes. Can't get the metallic out of this one, so this is my metallic dry brush. Okay. And I don't want to change the color. I think I got literally everything off of that. Okay, so I can see on my hand that I have very, 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 very little bit left on the brush. I'm like scared. I'm just gonna go in the opposite direction of, oh, I see what you're saying, Locator, I see. It just kind of like adds almost like a sparkle or like a little edge highlight, yeah. Like you can see on the helmet there how it like highlights those lines. Nice. All right, we're gonna do our shield. Thank you for this tip. I appreciate this. I will do this going forward. Okay. Stuck together. And I'm just going to do just a little bit from this angle. You probably won't ever see it, but all right. I think our Boss Mini is ready for battle. Oh, actually, one sec. Let me just do a little bit here because that looks super shiny compared to the other side. Okay, let's get him like this. Our boss battle is ready. The only thing I'm thinking, oh, there's a couple spots in that red that I need to fix. Let me hold it up. I don't know why that does that with the speed paint sometimes. I'm thinking actually about using a little bit of a dark dry brush and kind of dry brushing in back in here, just to create like the shadow behind the head. But I'm just gonna fix that little bit of red, that little speckles I saw. Okay. But I'll do that in a minute because I don't know how many dry brushes I have, so I want to make sure that I have a, if I have one that I use for like the white, I can then use it for dark after and then clean it. All right. I don't need to put him on a base. We're just going to do the same thing. All right, I think he's also ready. And for him and for all of the other enemies that have wings, I am going to leave them as is because I'm only going to dry brush the boss one to make that one lighter so that it's different. Yes, that made the nose on the shield stand out. I definitely noticed that. Or even oh, on both of them, actually. Yeah, on both of them. And even just like how it highlights even the edge like this one here, right? To give it that like worn look. I like it. Yeah, that's a very good tip. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. All right, so this one's good. Bring this one back. Okay. For this one, because I'm going to do some other washing. Put it back on there. And again, I think I still have, I'm just going to do the face, his face. He's wearing that metal or gold face. Okay. That's good. Okay, and I need I think I got a little one here that I can use for dry brushing. I'm gonna look. Locator says that it posted a photo. I'm gonna quickly look at it. I don't have a way to bring it up, but I just want to see. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. I see. I see. Let's see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna use for that. I'm gonna use this Necromancer's cloak. I've had it upside down because I have very little left in it. Okay, and I'm gonna do very, very, very light and build it up because I'm scared. Oh, I guess I can leave that. Okay. And I can build it up more if I want. I'm just afraid, so. And do some of the corners too where it. And I guess a good part of this is that it doesn't have to be perfect because like the burnt edges wouldn't be perfect anyways. So if some of them are darker than others, that would make sense. That's kind of the look we're getting so far. This is on-stream experimentation we're having here. I'm just doing the tips of these like bubble things as well. I'm doing like the very, very tips a little bit darker as well on purpose. Things are heavy. I like that. So this is our fire mini. I can get the whole thing in the shot. There we go. All right. So, you know what? I might actually do, all of these snakes have like their tongue sticking out. I might just try to do a little bit in the mouth area. Just like a tiny bit. It's almost empty. Just like literally nothing left. Okay. Thanks, Kate. Thank you. Yeah, I love that one too. I was very scared to paint it on stream, but I'm happy. Oops. Happy with the results. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to take whatever I have left, and I'm just going to, actually, maybe I'll do a little bit on this one too. Does he have, I don't know if he has it. Actually, his is fine because he doesn't really need the shadow, but this one, I'm just going to just kind of brush just a little bit. I don't even know if anything will show up. I just want to make it look like it's a little bit darker back here and like a little bit of shadow. Oh yeah, a little bit's coming through. Like I don't want it to be a lot, but just to give a little bit of shadow behind it. Okay, so I think the only thing we have left is his base, and then we're done. I think these guys are done. I'm just watching them spin around to see if there's anything else that I was going to dry brush his wings. Dry brush his wings. Let's do. So I'm going to use matte white for that. Love the armor. Awesome. Yeah, so do I. Thank you, Locator, for the tip. Thank you, thank you. Seder says, looks great. Thank you, thank you. I hope when I get to that one, it will look as good. Thank you, thank you. I'm sure it will. Okay, I don't need a ton because I'm only doing a little bit on the wings. Why it says some of these guys need to come in pieces. Yes, I was talking about that in the last one, especially like this guy. It would be so awesome if you can just like detach this whole piece so then you can get all in nicely behind. You know, you don't have to worry. But yes, I 100% agree. I wish they would come in pieces and you can kind of like clip them back in together or glue them back in together, whatever you want to do. John is right. There is never mistakes in painting, only opportunity for something amazing. Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to just flip this around just so I don't get any of this metallic in my white. I agree. I agree. There's so much room for experimentation, exploration when you're painting. You can just kind of try different things. If you don't love it, you can either paint over it. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe you just don't love it, but it doesn't look bad. So, all right, just using, again, makeup brushes. And we're going to use that matte white. I'm going to put it on a holder just so it's easier to hold, maneuver. And I'm going to start from the back. Yes, that's right. Never be afraid, Mel. Just slap the paint on. You're right. I should get more confident. I should. I do love to experiment though. That I do. I do love to experiment with different styles, different techniques, different paints. Whoa, I gotta be careful of that sword that I don't break it. Okay, and you don't, oh yeah, I guess you can kind of see that we're just lightening this up, this side up a little bit. Oh, I did this side. Sorry. I'm pointing to the wrong side because I'm looking at the screen backwards. So you can see like it's like lightening some of it. I'm going to keep going on it and we'll see like one side versus the other. Why it says I go by the 3-foot rule. Oh, 3-foot rule on my minis. What's the 3-foot rule? I don't know what that is. I want to go this way. And there's some spots like I can already see where maybe paint didn't flow in properly, but it's fine because we're putting this wash on or the dry brush on it anyways, which is going to lighten it up and hopefully blend that in. I probably will need more white. I use my hand a lot for dry brushing to make sure that I don't have streaks like that one would have left. Especially for white because I can't see it on my paper towel. I also did watch a video with a tip that we shouldn't be using paper towel for our dry brush. That we should be using some sort of like solid surface. But I mean, it works for me, so I just do it. I don't know. They have like a dry brush, not palettes, but kind of, I guess you would call it that. I guess because it absorbs some of the liquid, but isn't that the point? I think that was the point of it. I don't know if you guys can see. I can see to my eyes, and I hope that the camera is showing it, that you can see a difference in the sides here. Matthew, thank you so much. Here's Dumel's makeup dry brushes. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I know I usually just, whenever I'm in the dollar store, I just pick up a few more, and when they get super grimy, because the other thing, they do wash up nice, yes, but some of them, like this one here, is garbage. Like, it's so, like, rock hard, which would just, like, tear the paint off of your mini, which would be terrible. So I don't use this one, but even though, like, I wash them right after, but I don't know, just some of them don't come up nice and clean. So thank you, thank you. That will be for some more dry brushes. Oh, I see. 3 feet away and it looks good. I get it. I get it. That's very true. That's very true. 3 feet away, it does look good. Yeah, okay. That's what you're saying, is when I hold it up, I got to hold it up to you guys like this. And move that out of the way. I got to spin it like this. I don't even think this is 3 feet, but maybe it is. Be like, okay, there we go. This is what this mini looks like. Instead of like blasting it and magnifying it like this, and then I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look so good. Yeah, let's bring that back. Sorry. So let's go back to this. So you can see that there is a difference between this side, lightening it up a little bit more versus this side. I'm just going to keep doing that because I like that. Only the painter usually sees all the issues with the painting. I have had players compliment a good job on ones I knew could be better. 100%, 100%. I said that. I think I said it in this stream. Like, and Loktor said too, like, you will always be your biggest critic. And it is so, so, so rewarding when you paint something and maybe you're like, I could have done better on that, or I didn't love the way that that turned out, or whatever. And then people compliment it and you're like, oh, okay, that feels good. Maybe it wasn't so bad. I agree with you 100%. Okay, you'll love Vince V then. He's all about that. Okay, awesome. I don't think I've ever heard of him. Maybe I have. I'm trying to like memorize. It's slapping paint on minis. That is. Okay. I know. You know, because that's the one thing that Rob always says to me, like, you know, you don't need to take so long. You don't need to do like every single small detail. Like the 3-foot rule, like you're saying, if you can't even see it, why am I spending 15 minutes on it? Like, slap paint on the minis and get them to the table, right? But then I play with like mini, or not play, but like paint minis like this guy, and I could just spend like hours like trying to perfect all of the fire, all of the blending. It's crazy. Sean is so funny. Sean has a message from Matthew. Sean says, love Matthew, always sending the green paper to the channel. Sean, thank you so much. Matthew, yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Oh. All right. I think that side is pretty good. I like that. It did lighten it up a little bit, especially if you look at this compared to this here. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to do that also on this bird. Just so I'll add a little bit more definition as well. White says, I went a little crazy with the fallen angel wings. I just got the speed paints and I tested the colors on them. That I did the fallen angels with the speed paints too, but I did the same color, and then for their, I guess it's like very similar to this, like toga, but just like from the waist down. I think I used Cloud Spire, or was it Cloud something? What did I use? I really like the way that they turned out, actually. What did I use on that one? This one that's like Cloud something, I thought. Oh, no. Didn't I use think I used this one. I think I used Runic Gray. I think, and I really liked it, the way that it turned out. Is it green in Canada? Is what green? Our bills? Is that what you're asking? Our bills are all different colors. Yeah, I really, Sage says, I really like the angel theme in Massive Darkness too. I do too. Like I think I was saying in this one that a lot of them have this same like wing and this style, which I like. And I try to paint them a little bit different so that they'll stand out differently on stream. Oh, you did all kinds of colors. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Why, do you post yours on Discord? I mean, BGG by chance? Yeah, I was gonna, yeah, look, to our money's all different colors. Kate's got the colors here: blue, purple, green, red, brown. Depends on the denomination you're talking about. But we do have some green bills, yes. But just not like what Sean is talking about, the American currency, which is all green, which I don't love when we go to the US, if I ever have US money, because it all is the same color. So it's hard to, or you could easily give somebody the wrong bill without even trying. All right. Oh, you post on Facebook sometimes. Oh, okay. I would love to see if you post them in the Massive Darkness, if you feel comfortable. I don't know. It's like throw up. Oh my gosh. No, it's easier to manage because you can look down and you know what bill you're handing somebody. Like, try handing somebody the correct bill in the dark. Or like when you're driving through a toll or something in the US versus in Canada. Harder to do in the US. And I'm not familiar with the color of money in other areas of the world. Kate says, I like our rainbow money, LOL. Mel, I still remember when Toonie first came out and you could pop out the middle. Oh yes, I remember when Toonies came out as well. Yep. That's funny. Like we used to have $2 bills. Okay, and I'm just gonna take one last go around just on the edges. Yeah, very true. I don't think I've used physical money in a long time either. Like I don't use physical money. Oh, that's awesome. Matthew says, when the sun goes down, my wife and I are playing light up lawn darts. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and Bob helped you. That's awesome. Have fun with that. Matthew, isn't the sun down already? Because you're 1 hour behind us, right? Or behind me? We're Eastern time. Right now it's 9:41. Isn't the sun already gone down? So I'm just going just on the edges, just the very edges now. Lothar says, I still need to get to Canada to get some poutine potato chips Oh, that Kate showed you. Poutine potato chips. I don't think I've had poutine potato chips in a while. It's so funny to hear you say that because it's like the opposite where we go to the US, we're like, oh, what treats and junk do they have that we don't have? Like all of the bazillion types of Oreos you guys have. We don't have that here. Okay. And it might be harder to see that difference on camera, but it definitely has made a difference for sure. It definitely made a difference. Okay. I hope it's coming through. Excuse me. I hope it's coming through on camera. But looking at it, I can 100% see a difference. Okay. So I'm going to just quickly take some of our matte black. Again, I had this one upside down because this one's almost empty. And I'm just going to do along the base. And it's my favorite part because we know we are almost done. And because I only have one, I'll do it on stream as we wrap up. So I'm super happy with this one. This one looks good. Am I going to put a wash on it when it's done? No, no. I'm going to just leave it as is. I like how it kind of already fills in. I could put a wash on it, but the wash is going to darken it a little bit more, and I like the lighter look. So I'm just going to leave it as is. I like that about the speed paints, that you don't necessarily have to. You can add a wash if you want, but you don't have to. The heavier white at the tips adds a great effect. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I wasn't sure, like looking at it in person, I can see that, but I didn't know if the camera is picking it up enough. So after this mini is done, which is going to be after the stream, I have two more. I have one more boss from the main box, and then I have the boss from the campaign expansion, from the Heavenfall campaign expansion. So I think I'm going to do each one in like a separate stream. And I think I'll do those next week, and then we'll be done the entire box. And again, we are streaming on Sunday. Rob and I will be playing on Sunday. We're going to play a one-off mission just to kind of try some characters, get our feet wet, play the game a little bit, kind of, you know, experience the game a little bit. Then on Monday, we will be starting our campaign with Kyle. Both streams are scheduled, and you can set your reminders for those. Also, I think Rob said they are linked in the description below. And I cannot wait. If you have any characters that you think are good for a campaign to play, because we're going to have to play them like multiple times in a row, let me know in the comments below, because I am still unsure of who I'm going to play. In our practice game, like Rob and I played once so far, just kind of after we read the rules, kind of play. I played the Ranger, and I liked him, but I would be open to suggestions if somebody has a good, someone that they enjoyed playing with multiple times in a row. And really, you're just picking the mini game you want to play. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, so for streams again, next week I'll do the last two. I'm not sure the exact dates, and they're not scheduled yet, but if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, you will be notified when we go live. But it won't be Monday, so my guess would be probably Tuesday. Here, Rogue is really great. Lots of damage and lots of potential extra actions. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay. Okay, I might look into that one. The Rogue. Okay. The other thing too is whoever, I'm not sure if, like, I'm not sure who I'm playing on Sunday when Rob and I play. That might be like a test to see, like if I tried out the Rogue in that one, and then I'm like, I don't think I like the style of play and I don't want to play this like 8 more times, then maybe I'll switch, but maybe I'll try the Rogue for our Sunday stream to see if I like them. I was like, I'm using a small brush for this, but I'm not. I'm just painting slowly. And again, also, we will be posting pictures of the different minis from this game that I've painted on Instagram and maybe on Facebook and stuff. Definitely I'll post them in Discord, and the links for all of those social media accounts are in the description if you want to follow any of those. Paladin is a great team player with lots of rerolls. Yes, I think in our practice game, Rob played the Paladin. That was good. Yeah, and like some extra movement and stuff too, right? With some of their tokens. Yep, that was good. Okay, we're almost there. All right, and just around the sides. This mini is heavy. All right. We did it. He's done. Boom. He is ready to be defeated. Tinker is great as well. You could play him 3 different times and have very different experiences. Oh, okay, so he's got like 3 different play styles. Okay, that's very cool. Okay, so maybe Rob will try that one. But I will definitely, I'll try the Rogue for sure. Maybe I'll try that one too, because yeah, we might play another one ahead of Sunday so that we can practice. Sage says, I painted the edge of the bases purple for the roaming monsters and blue for the mobs. I was going to use red for bosses. Oh, that's good. Like just like the edge, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. I love the base technique. Touch it and then brush it. Yeah, I like it because it's less messy, I think, but oh, just the lip edge of the base. Okay. I don't know that I need to do that, but I can see that it's easy to distinguish them. if you have them painted like that. Huh. That's awesome. Well, another mini down. That was fun. Let's go to this one. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. That was a lot of fun. I feel so accomplished when we get a mini from start to finish done in the stream. We got a few extras done as well from the last stream that we were unable to finish because that one went really late. I took on way too much in that stream, but like I said, we have 2 more bosses. 1 more boss from Massive Darkness 2 base box, and then 1 boss from the expansion, the Heavenfall expansion. So we will be scheduling 2 more streams, 1 for each of those minis. Those will happen most likely next week. But again, if you want to be reminded on when that happens, then make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified. Thank you so much, Matthew. Thank you for your super chats today. Very generous. Thank you to all of our patrons and YouTube members for supporting the channel. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. If you want to support the channel, there are links in the description below. Again, set your reminders for our stream on Sunday or for our stream campaign start on Monday if you want to join us on those so we can see these painted minis in action. If you want to see past paint streams, because I painted characters, minions, some of the leaders, or almost all of the leaders, the roaming monsters, and I painted a few minis from the expansion box. If you want to see any of those painting videos, links are also in the description for those as well. Kate, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you finished. You were Arkham Horror. You were sleeving Arkham Horror, organizing Arkham Horror. I hope you finished. Yeah, so I think that's it for me. We will see you in the next stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, Wyatt, thank you. Minis look great. Nicely done. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, watching your comments. Locator again, too. Thank you for your tips. They definitely helped accentuate the models and pop things out even more than just the wash. So I really appreciate Ninja Art. Thank you again also for hanging out. You guys have been so nice to hang out with tonight, and I am going to get ready for bed now. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.